Drop the gun! Show me your hands!
Welcome to the Weekly Homicide Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people that needlessly died at the hands of another person. So let's take a look at this week's graph. Chicago is back to double digits homicide numbers, reporting 12 this week and passing the 400 mark. Philly added 7, is currently at pre-2020 numbers. They'll pass the 300 mark by next week's video. New York City added 13, which is a big number there and likely means they did some updating. They may have had 13, but they very rarely enter the double digits, so it's likely due to some updating of their numbers. Houston added 7, which is pretty much on par for them. Baltimore added 9 and should pass the 200 mark by next week's video. Our nation's capital added 10 and currently has reported 42 more than this time last year. That's a 29% increase. Most cities are reporting better years than last year, but D.C. keeps widening the gap on last year. They're on pace to have the highest homicide total in over 20 years. Indianapolis makes its way onto the list this week. They have 156 on the year. Now for some overall yearly totals. New Orleans 150, Kansas City, Missouri 136, Milwaukee 123, Las Vegas 116, Columbus, Ohio 107, Birmingham 98, Atlanta 81, Jackson, Mississippi 65, Minneapolis 52, Rochester, New York 41, San Francisco 38, Seattle 35, and Boston 24. There were 13 mass shootings last week, and we currently sit at 491 on the year. We will pass the 500 mark before the end of the weekend. We slowed down a little on this, but even if it takes till Sunday to hit that 500 mark, we'll still be 4 days ahead of the 2021 record 690 mass shootings pace. The over-under is still at 700, and I'm still taking the over. I cover all of these mass shootings weekly on Tuesdays. 8 children under the age of 11 and 26 between 12 and 17 were fatally shot. We've passed 1,000 fatal shootings of the 12 to 17 age range. This number has long since passed the 2019 yearly total, and in 3 weeks we'll have passed the 2020 yearly total for that age range. There were 31 reported defensive use of a firearm incidents. I covered many of these weekly on Wednesdays. 1 officer and 1 canine was killed in the line of duty. Officer Robert Garton of the Hartford, Connecticut Police Department. He's the first line of duty death in Connecticut this year. And Canine Warrow of the Clayton County PD in Georgia. He was the second canine to die in the line of duty in the state of Georgia this year. Texas has also had 2 canine deaths, and California has reported 3. Well, that's all I have for you today, but I'll be back next week with the Week 37 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week.